Hello, my name is Grim/Solus, and today we're going to be doing the Clan Generator Art Challenge again. I did this about 2 months ago with Canyon Clan, and I wanted to do it again. I did do it with a different generator this time, because I didn't want to repeat of like the same suffixes over and over, because the other generator tends to do that, because like suffixes tend to be tied to the coat colors on that one. And I didn't want that. So I used a different one, which is a lot more, it gives you a lot more stuff, I would say. Like, one thing about the generator is it gives you cats called Jacks, which is this generator's versions of non-binary cats. So I do have a few non-binary cats in this group that I didn't decide were non-binary myself. And this generator also gives you, like, disabled cats, which is so fun. I didn't draw any in this video, because this is only part 1. There's one, I think. Yeah, I think it's only one. But I do have one that's going to be in part 2. That I will get to draw. Oh, and this generator gives you kittens. I get to draw kittens. I can't wait to do that. They're in part 2, but I can't wait to do it. I haven't done it yet. I'm going to do it after this. Alright, so now for the actual clan itself. I generated Bellclan. And my first thought was to do something like Warriors Clan. Like in canon, you know, a little group of cats that, you know, just kind of screw around in the woods and have fun. I didn't go with that. Instead, I went with a clan that a majority of them used to be kitty pets, which is one of the reasons they're called Bellclan. The other reason they're called Bellclan is because they live in an abandoned church that has been really overtaken by nature. Like, there's a giant tree growing in the middle. And the reason they're called Bellclan is because there is a church bell that, upon the founders, which are 2 cats, upon them entering the church, the bell fell from the roof onto the tree itself. So they are named Bellclan because of that bell. And I think that's all the information I need to say. Let me quickly check before we get into it. The clan doesn't strictly follow the warrior code like one of the founders taught them. They just kind of make their own. And also, this clan currently doesn't have a connection to Star Clan. They can't directly contact them. Star Clan could contact them themselves if they wish, but they haven't really. And this clan is about 2 to 3 years old. It's a really young clan. It's fairly new. So, you know, they're still they're finding their grounding. Alright, now let's get into the actual design aspect. See you in a moment. Okay, first up is Orchidstar, a tan and white senior Molly with silver-tipped hairs. She is the founder of the clan, along with one other cat. She never had a warrior name because she was a former kitty pet. So she was just Orchid before, and then she became leader, and she became Orchidstar. She mentors Fallen Paw, which is a cat we will meet in part 2. She's kind of a cat who just has an air of authority to her, which is why she quickly became leader. She just has a lot of leadership qualities, and she's kind of a no-nonsense kind of cat, but she's like... She's a leader type, if that makes sense. She found Dovelight, which is the cat that she founded the clan with about a few years ago. They were friends for a few months, and then, you know, they started up the clan. She's a pretty good leader, even though she's only been doing it for about 2-3 years. And she has no former, like, she never really mentored a cat. She never really lived the life of a clan cat, so she's doing really well with that. And she has yet to get her 9 lives since they don't have a way to contact Star Clan. So she's just been kind of just doing it without that. She doesn't really see a need to get 9 lives. She would rather live the one that she has. She's a really smart cat, and she doesn't see a need to enforce the rules of, like, clan life really strictly to her clanmates. Because a lot of them, like, only one of them, technically a few, if you want to call the first generation of this clan born, only like one of them has really lived the life of a quote-unquote real clan cat, and she would rather just live the life they need to live without having to enforce a bunch of rules that don't make sense to her. Next up is her deputy Fringe face. It's a really funky name, I really like it. They are a solid dark gray senior Jack, so they are non-binary, and they were a former stray. So they didn't live in a clan, they didn't really live in a group, they weren't a kitty pet, they just were a stray cat. As you can see on their design, I gave them a little fringe, I guess. Like, technically the bangs are kind of a fringe, and like I know fringe is like a nature thing, like a plant, but I had to do it. I had to give them a fringe, and I didn't keep them solid dark gray because I just wanted to make their design a little bit more fun. So I give them a little bit of light parts. They are a parent to Peachpaw. That is their only kit. They are Sapember's former mentor, which is Sapember is one of the warriors. They're a laid-back cat that is quite good at listening. They're a really good listener. They're pretty sweet and a really good deputy. They also get along great with kittens and such. They're a really sweet cat, and they're a really good parent. I love them so much. They're just a fun, cute little kitty. I love them. They don't tolerate any infighting in the clan. Like, if they see two clanmates getting into it, they are going to intervene and try and put a stop to it. They just really hate to see what is supposed to be their family fighting each other for, like, no reason. And they just really hate it, so they try and put a stop to it whenever they can. They wish their son would stop listening to cats that aren't good influences on him. His son, which you'll meet in part 2, is interesting, and they're a good he's a good listener like their parent. They just need to be taught to listen to anyone but who they're listening to currently. I also really like Fringe faces, like the shapes I gave them for their fur. I just really like that. Dovelight is up next, a slim senior silver tom with a weak body and an unusually spotted tail. This is the cat that founded the clan with Orchidstar. Dovelight was from another clan. So there are other clans in this world, I just haven't figured out whether I care about them or not, so... So Dovelight's from one of them. Little stinky man. I don't like Dovelight. He's a little greasy guy. He, like I said, was a part of another clan. He left for unknown reasons. Like, the rest of Bellclan have no idea what went down in his old clan. And he refuses to talk about it. He's a very condescending cat. Like, he acts like he knows more than you. And he acts like he's better than you. And he just kind of doesn't... I just dislike him. I don't know how to really describe it. And he's very good at, like, getting others on his side. Which is how, you know, he, like, started this clan. But does he like this clan? That's a good question. He focuses more on the Star Clan thing than the healing thing, because he is a healer. I forgot to mention that. He is a healer of the clan, which this generator says healer instead of medicine cat, and I'm going with healer because I like healer more. Definitely is a healer of this clan, and he tends to focus on Star Clan more than healing, so there's that, I guess. He also wants the clan to follow the original warrior code, the one that this clan doesn't follow. He wants them to follow it more. And to get rid of all the kitty pets that haven't fully joined, because there are a few kitty pets who are not fully a part of this clan. And he dislikes them. Like the next cat I'm about to talk to, who is Wormbug, who I love. She's a black and white mackerel tabby Molly, and as you can see in the design, or well, you will see, it hasn't probably gotten to that part yet. I didn't really follow that. I started sketching her, and then I was like, oh, what if she looked like a sheep? Oh, what if her markings looked like this? And then I just kind of forgot she was supposed to be a tabby. And she turned into that. She looks for the color point. She doesn't look like how she was supposed to, but you know, she's there now, and I love her so much. Her kitty pet name, or technically a barn cat name, because she lives on a farm and she's a barn cat, is Bug. She is mates with Sweepsweep. As you can tell, like I said earlier, this genera gives some great names. I love Sweepsweep. She's mates with Sweepsweep. She was born and raised on a farm near the clan territory, so they know a lot about herbs because of that, which is how they became a healer of this clan. Became mates with Sweepsweep about a moon or two before the story would start, so they're still figuring out their relationship. Bellclan doesn't, like I said earlier, Bellclan doesn't really follow the warrior code or any of that stuff closely, so there is no rule that they enforce about healers having mates, so Bug gets to have a mate. They're currently trying to decide whether they want to fully join the clan or not. They love the barn, but they do have quite a large responsibility to the clan, especially since their fellow healer doesn't really do the healing thing. So Wormbug is the only one doing it, and she's so stressed and she wants to punch him so hard. All of the time. Especially when he gets on his rants about how all kitty pets should join the clan fully or leave. And she just... One of the reasons why she also isn't sure whether she wants to join is because she doesn't want to give him the satisfaction. She's petty and I love her. She has a sibling named Loon that left the barn a few months ago and hasn't been seen since. She's not sure what happened to them. She misses them, but she hasn't been able to find them, so yeah. Next up is our first warrior, Dondusk, also known as Danny. A pudgy light pink Sphinx Tom, and he is currently one of the kitty pets. That is like part of the clan but not fully kind of thing. I don't know how to draw a Sphinx, so I hope I did him right. I don't know how to draw cats without fur. He's kind of dumb, rarely pays attention, and tends to end up in situations he'd rather not be in because of it. Joined the clan because he didn't pay attention to what it actually was, but now it feels too awkward. It's not late to leave, and he's not sure what to do. He's just a ball of anxiety, and he's also really stupid, and I love him. I know the design said he's a light pink Sphinx, and there's like I put some darker markings on him, and that's just because I kept looking at him, kept thinking of chicken, and I wanted him to stop looking like a chicken. So, yeah. There's not much else to him that I can really think of right now. So we're just gonna move on to the next one. Sapember, also known as Spark, or used to be known as Spark. They're a former kitty pet. They left that life behind. She is a young, pale ginger Rosetta tabby molly with pretty emerald eye. I didn't give her green eyes. Shit, hold on. Were you one of the only cats that had their eye color described and I just didn't listen to it? Because all these cats didn't have their eye color described. Hold on. Where are you? Hold on. Where are you in the video? I didn't give her... I gave her... You're one of the only cats who had their eye color described. I just didn't do it. Oops. Oh no. Anyway. Back to this. This is why we read closely. She's the mentor of Spikepaw, which is, you're gonna meet them in part 2. Never listens and tends to talk over others, just kind of a loudmouth. Also bad at listening. Someone help her learn social cues. Like, I know I'm bad with social cues, but like, she's like purposely ignoring them. Left her owners to be with the clan full time and focused solely on training as an apprentice. She became a warrior earlier than most because of it. She expects her apprentice to be the very best and tends to push them too far. Someone please keep an eye on her and her apprentice. I don't want her to pass on any of the trauma she probably has onto them. I love Spikepaw and I need Sapember to stop it, but then again I did write Sapember to be this way. Also, Sapember has a really funky name and I love it. Anyway. Next cat. This is going by a lot faster than I thought it was going to. I probably should have drawn more than 8 cats, but like I was on a time crunch. So, short video today, I guess. Whoops. Sweepsweep. also known as, or formerly known as Swiper. Their former kitty pet, and their kitty pet name was Swiper. A blue point Molly with a white chin. She's the mentor of Peachpaw and mates with Wormbug, as you know. A trickster who loves a good laugh. She's very silly and always doing her best to get her clanmates to smile. She joined the clan when her previous owner passed away. She does miss her owner, but is quite happy with her clan and her mate. Trying her best to get her apprentice to form his own opinions and to make his own decisions. Similar to how, Fringe Face, that's his name. That's their name. Similar to how Fringe Face is trying to get Peachpaw to, you know, stop listening to others that don't have the best intentions. She is trying to get him to form his own opinions and make his own decisions. Peachpaw just really needs help. Now on to our final cat for this video. Russetbellow, a fawn and white speckled tabby tom, who is a former stray. Russet is the mentor to Bluepaw, which is the first time Bluepaw's been mentioned in this video now I think about it. He's an abrasive cat that makes his opinions known even when no one asks. He's an asshole. I don't like him. I wish to fight him. I want to fight him. He agrees with nearly everything Dovelight says, be it about following the code or that they should stop having so many kitty pets. Yeah, so, remember when I said Dovelight's really good at getting cats onto their side? Russetbellow is one of those cats. Russetbellow was formerly part of another group of cats, but felt like they didn't have a true code, so when he heard of a group of cats that followed code, he came running, and he is sorely disappointed, but he doesn't want to leave because he feels like he can fix them. He can do it. He's got this. I dislike him so much. I'm going to fight this cat. My god. And I believe that's about everything about these cats currently. And so I guess this is where the video ends. This video is a lot shorter than I thought it was going to be. But again, I didn't have, much to say about these cats, mostly because the cats that I, like, really delved into are in part 2, so. But I do quite like all of their designs. I found this a lot of fun, and I can't wait to do part 2, and I may do part 3 where I just design the cats that are outside the clan, because I can't remember if I mentioned this, but the generator generates your clan, and then cats outside the clan, such as kitty pets, loners, rogues, other groups of cats. And I have that list, so I might design those cats too. But yeah, this is the end of part 1 of Bellclan. This is the end of part 1 of Bellclan, and I hope you all enjoyed, and I hope you will come back for part 2. And yeah, bye-bye.